Hey there, Tracy from Waldo Time Massage and Bodywork. I'm getting ready for my morning yoga practice. So let's just jump right in today. So find yourself a nice, comfortable seated position. You can have your legs crossed. You can have one leg in front. Whatever feels good. We're just going to spend a few minutes or a little bit just getting a little bit more grounded, a little bit more centered before we get started um, in the poses. Anyways, so once you're in your nice, comfortable position, just go ahead and close your eyes. Take a big breath in and let that breath out on a sigh. And just start to let everything go. Allowing your body to release any tension that you might be feeling. Allowing the belly to soften and your shoulders to relax down. Releasing any tension that you might be feeling in your face or in your jaw, in your neck. Bringing all of your focus internal so that you can just really take some time to see how you're feeling and just check in with your body. Now bring your focus to your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Feeling the belly rise and expand on your inhale, and gently pressing that belly button back towards your spine as you exhale, squeezing out all of that old, stale air. On your next exhale, lengthen your spine and the back of your neck as you drop your chin down to your chest. Really tuck that chin in, seeing if you can feel a stretch along the back of your neck. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed, though. Don't let them start creeping up. And then roll your head to the side so that your right ear is above your right shoulder. Drop that left hand down to the mat and gently press into this stretch. Being mindful that you keep your belly soft. Don't allow any tension or tightness to creep back into the belly. And keep your right shoulder relaxed and down. And then bring your hand back to your knee, roll your chin back down to your chest. And then roll your head to the other side so that your left ear is above your left shoulder. Right hand drops down to the mat. And gently press into the stretch on this side. Bring your hand back to your knee, roll your chin back down to your chest. Bring your head back to center. And slowly open your eyes. All right, let's come in to child's pose. So typically I like to bring my big toes together and then open my knees out a bit. And then just reach your arms as far as they go. Bring your forehead to the mat. And if you'd like a bit of a shoulder stretch, you can come up onto your fingertips. Release those palms back down. And come up into tabletop. And we'll come into puppy dog pose. So this time keeping your hips above your knees, but again walking your hands out, bringing your chest and your chin towards the mat. And then walk back up to tabletop. And we'll do some cat-cow. So your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Spine is neutral. And then on an inhale, you'll drop the belly, lift the hips, and lift your head. Getting a nice big arch in your spine. And then on your exhale, you'll tuck the hips under, tuck the chin towards the chest, and a nice roundness to the spine. So really pressing away from the mat, puffing up that upper back. So again, inhale to your cow, and exhale to your cat. Doing just a few of these to your own breath. And then come back to a neutral spine. And this time you're gonna turn your head and kind of press your hips out to the side. So you're going to turn back and look at your hips so that you get this kind of squeezing up the right side of your body, lengthening the left side. So you're just going to turn and look back at your booty. And then come back to center. And on the other side, again, kind of thrust your hips out to the left a little bit, turn and look back. Feeling that stretch along the right side. And then come back to center. Walk the hands just a little bit in front. Curl the toes under and lift to down dog. Taking just a moment here to really feel your down dog. Lifting the hips up, pressing the heels down. Bringing your upper body, your head, and your chest through your arms. Sort of bringing your forehead towards the mat. Always making your yoga poses a journey. You're not just gonna find a yoga pose and then stay stagnant. There's always little micro adjustments going on. And then walk your feet all the way up to your hands and come in to forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way to standing, reaching up towards the sky. Shoulders are pulling down, fingers are reaching up, knees are soft. Let's open arms out to a T, palms face the ceiling. And today, let's say, I allow myself to be loved. And then come all the way down to your forward fold. Coming into a halfway lift, either with fingertips down or on the shins, whichever is working for you this morning. Hips are lifting, back is flat. Come back to your forward fold. Step back to down dog. Come into plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. And lift up to baby cobra. So roll the shoulders back and down, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the hands. Bring the hands back to the mat. Sit back to child's pose. And then curl the toes under and lift back to down dog. Walk the feet forward and come into forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Open the arms out. Palms face the ceiling. And say, I am amazing. And then bring the arms down, coming into forward fold. Head is nice and relaxed when you're in your forward fold. Shouldn't have any tension there. And then come into your halfway lift. Lengthening the back of your legs, lifting your hips. Come back to forward fold. Step back to down dog. Come into plank. Holding here for just a moment. Keeping that belly nice and tight. And then slowly lower down. And come into up dog. Really pulling the shoulders away from your ears, lifting your head up nice and high. Curl the toes under, lift back to down dog. And walk the feet forward, come into forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. This time reaching forward with a nice flat back. Keep the knees soft. Keep the belly tight. Coming about halfway. Holding here. And then come all the way down. Back to forward fold. Into halfway lift. And forward fold. Step the right foot back for lunge. So really dropping those hips down, pressing the knee up. So feeling that nice good stretch in the front of your right leg. And then drop that right knee down to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Bring the hands up to the left knee. And once again, press the hips forward. Nice stretch in those right hip flexors. And bring the hands back to the mat. Curl the right toes under, lift the knee. and step back to down dog. Come into plank, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Lift the right leg up for three-legged dog. Right hip stays down, though you don't want to open up into this. So right toes point down, right hip stays down. Bend that right knee, bring that right knee up to your right elbow, towards it, back to three-legged dog. And then bring that foot through for low lunge. And then great big step, bring that left foot up to meet your right, coming in to forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, a little back bend. Reach back up. Dive down to forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And step the left foot back to low lunge. Again, I'm going to say it one more time, maybe a whole bunch more times, but your poses are always moving, they're always dynamic. So even though it looks like we're kind of just hanging here, like I'm constantly lifting my back knee and dropping my hips and just getting little teeny micro movements in all of these poses. And drop that left knee down, uncurl the toes, bring the hands up to the right knee, and press the hips forward. And I'm also noticing, also paying attention. Like, where am I feeling this? What am I feeling? What is working? What is stretching? That really helps me learn my body, to know what's going on. All right, bring your hands back down, curl the toes under, lift the knee, and step back to down dog. Come into plank, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Lift that left leg up for three-legged dog. Bring that left knee towards the left elbow. Back to three-legged dog. And then swing that foot through for low lunge. And then step the right foot up to meet your left, coming in to forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Sit back to chair. So sitting the hips back, weight is in your heels. Toes are relaxed. And then come into half chair. So the arms swing way back. Bring your chest towards your thighs. Arms come back up for chair. Back to half chair. Bring the arms back up for chair. And then bring the hands to the mat, lift the hips, forward fold. Come into halfway lift. Forward fold. Step the left foot back, low lunge. Come into high lunge. And then open up to warrior two. So dropping the left heel to the mat, opening up to the side, bending deeply into that right knee. Upper body is centered between your legs, so you're not forward or back. You're right between those legs. Right knee is pressing back. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Drop that left arm down, right arm comes up. Dancing warrior. And cartwheel those arms down, come back to your low lunge. Step back to down dog. Come into plank. Lower down. Up dog. And down dog. Step the feet to the width of the mat. So just stepping your feet out a little bit. This time walk your hands back. Slight bend to the knees, reach the arms out and up. Bring the hands to prayer. Turn the toes out so that they're at a, like 45-degree angle-ish. And then from here, we're just gonna sit down, dropping the hips down. So coming with a nice straight spine, straight down into Malasana. Trying to keep the heels on the mat. This is so good for your hips. I know that sometimes this pose can kind of be a struggle, but just remember that you'll never get there if you don't even try. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes we go into, when I'm doing, a different yoga class or whatever, and the instructor does something and I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'll ever be able to do that. But I won't ever be able to do that if I don't at least try it. And then the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, eventually you get there. Or you don't, but you at least get closer. That's what counts. All right, straighten back up, trying to come straight up. Turn the toes back in. Come forward into a, I suppose, slightly wide-legged forward fold. And then walk forward back into your down dog. Once your arms or your hands get up, just sort of readjust your feet so that they're about hip distance. And now walk the feet up to your hands, coming into your forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Sit back to chair. Bring the hands to prayer. Maybe sink just a little bit lower. Again, toes are relaxed. Weight is in your heels. And then bring the hands to the mat. Lift your hips. Come back to forward fold. Come into halfway lift. And forward fold. And step the right foot back for low lunge. Come into high lunge. And then open up to warrior two. So dropping the right heel down. Arms come out. Bending that left knee as much as you can. Shoulders are relaxed and down. Left knee is pressing back. Right hip is pressing back. Flip the left palm to face the ceiling. Come into dancing warrior. And back in to low lunge. Step back to down dog. Step the feet to the outside of the mat. Walk the hands back. Slight bend in the knees, reach the arms out and up. Palms come together. And then down to prayer at heart center. Toes turn out. And then drop down into your malasana. Taking just a few moments to breathe here. Just sort of allow your body to be in the pose and just to kind of figure out what's going on. And then straighten the legs, come back to standing. Toes turn in. Bring the hands to the mat. Again, for a slightly wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands forward. Step the feet in just a little bit back to down dog. Come into plank. Back to down dog. Back to plank. This time allow the hips and the belly just sag just a little bit and then lift back to down dog. This should be slow and controlled. Belly is nice and tight, and this movement comes from your abdominal muscles, not your low back. So let's try that again. So come into plank. Belly and hips sag just a little. Control with the abdominal muscles. Lift back to down dog. One more time, into plank. Drop the belly down, and then back to down dog. Walk the feet forward, come into forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Sit back to chair. Bring the hands to prayer. Maybe sink just a little lower. And then bring the hands to the mat, lift the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step the left foot back, low lunge. Come into high lunge. Open up to warrior two. Palm faces the ceiling, dancing warrior. And then come into side angle. So right arm comes down, left arm stacks on top. Really drop those hips down. Come back to dancing warrior. Straighten the right leg. And getting ready for triangle. So both legs straight. And then start reaching with that right arm. So you can't reach any further, and then bring that right arm down. Left arm stacks on top. And come back to dancing warrior. And back to low lunge. Step back to down dog. into plank, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. And then swing that foot through, low lunge. And then step the left foot up, coming into your forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Sit back to chair. Hands come to prayer. And then bring the hands to the mat, lift the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Right foot steps back, low lunge. High lunge. Warrior two. Dancing warrior. Side angle. Dancing warrior. Straighten the left leg and come in to triangle. Back to dancing warrior. And back to low lunge. Step back to down dog. Come into plank. Lower down. Up dog. And down dog. Left leg up. Swing it through, low lunge. And then step forward, forward fold. Reach the arms out, come all the way back up. Palms come together, little back bend. Reach back up. Dive down, forward fold. Step back to down dog. Drop the knees to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Sit back to child's pose. And then go ahead and just come up. And let me adjust my britches. And let's come into fire log pose. So bring your right shin so that it is parallel to the front of your mat. Left foot comes on to that right knee. So you want your shins to basically be parallel. Yeah. So that's sort of, yeah, if that's just kind of not working for you, you can bring that left foot in or down a little bit, or, wherever it does work for you. And then if you got anything extra back there, I always like to just kind of pull that out so that I'm a little more grounded, a little more solid in where I'm sitting. And then I'm going to bring my hands to the mat and then slowly walk them forward, maybe just kind of stretching and wiggling and creating space where I need to so that I can get that nice stretch through my left booty area. And then just come to wherever feels good. If you want to just kind of, if it feels better to hold yourself up into it, if you want to just like completely collapse down into it, that's cool too. Whatever feels good and great for you. And while you're here, try to just let go. Notice if you're clenching or tightening or holding anything, and just really try to let everything release and relax into this stretch. We hold a lot of stress and tension in our hips. And if you feel your body kind of start to, relax into it and you want to go a little bit further down, that's cool. If you need to come out of it sooner, that's cool too. Try to stay with it if you can. All right, go ahead and press back up. And allow those muscles just to sort of remain with that feeling for just a second. Always good to let them know that the stretching is safe and that everything is good. All right, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So wherever you were on one side, go there on the other side. I have some weird hitch in my knee. Excuse me as I work that out. There we go. Okay. Sometimes that happens. Bodies are weird. They do things. So sometimes if you're trying to get somewhere and there's that like little catch or that little hitch or whatever, that's okay. It happens. All right. And then come forward to wherever feels good to you. This should be a feel-good stretch, not a forced stretch. I mean, for the record, everything we do should be a feel good stretch, not a forced stretch. We don't force stretches in my class. Like, everything should feel good. I mean, sometimes we work a little bit, like for like strength and whatever, but as far as the stretches, that should always feel good because you can't make your body suddenly be more flexible. It is a it is a journey, and a slow, gentle, loving journey into increased flexibility. I feel like I really need it on this side. Have we held this side way longer than the other? I don't know, but this is feeling fantastic to me today. All right, we should probably come out though. Go ahead and lift back up. Sit for just a second. Okay, and now let's come into a whatever. I don't know. Open your legs out nice and wide is what I'm trying to say here. Suddenly struggling with my words. It's not particularly unusual. You can face whatever direction you want. I'm just going to turn a little bit so that, I'm facing directly in front. Seems like what I should do. Okay. So once again, if there's, stuff back there, just kind of gently pull it up and out and away so that you can feel those sits muscles and you're just feeling nice and grounded. And don't feel the need to open the legs like, absolutely as far as you can possibly get them to go. I mean, if you're at home doing this by yourself, like, who are you trying to impress anyways? Like, make this feel good. So, don't overstretch this direction. It's easy to do. But then just kind of slowly start to walk your hands, bringing your upper body down just a little bit more, just to where it feels good. And if you're super flexible this direction and you can basically come all the way down, cool. If you're not getting very far, or if it doesn't feel or seem like you're getting very far, if this is, if you're feeling the stretch already right here, then that's where you are, and that's great. And it's about being happy where you are, and maybe working to get a little bit further, but from a place of non-judgment, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think I'm talking too much. I'm gonna shut up again. Shh. So feel good stretch. All right, and then walk yourself back up. We're going to do a nice little side stretch. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Left arm comes up and over. Then just slide down that right leg. reaching that left arm over, but you want that left shoulder back because you're going to turn and look up at the ceiling, but underneath that left arm. So you can use that right arm, that right leg to twist you around. So you're a little bit twisting, you're a little bit reaching. There's like many things going on. But you're feeling that really lovely stretch all along that left side body. And then come back up. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale. And then going to the other side, left arm to the inside of the left leg, right arm comes up and over, sliding down, reaching, turning to look up at the ceiling. And come back up. Big inhale, big exhale. And then go ahead, and we're running a little bit low on time. So let's just head straight to Shavasana. So just go ahead and lie back on your mat. Arms to your sides. Legs out long. Just take a minute to kind of wiggle yourself into a nice relaxed and released Shavasana. Close your eyes and just let go. So we will chill here in Shavasana for a couple minutes, and then I will bring you out of Shavasana and we will finish up for the day. But for now, just completely let go. And start to bring yourself back, bringing a little movement into your fingers and into your toes, reawakening your body. And when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, come up to a nice comfortable seated position and bring your hands to prayer. Taking just a moment here to thank yourself for coming to your mat. Thank yourself for this act of self-love, for doing something really good for you. And I thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your yoga practice today. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for joining me for yoga this morning. Feel free to drop me a comment if you liked the class, or if you would like to do something to see, we do something different in class. I'm always up for whatever. So yeah, if you liked the class, give me a thumbs up and I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Have a great day.